everybody, Craftoholics, I mentioned it. Now tell us all about it.
Craftoholics. So Craftoholics in America is a synth beta guild. A bunch of people here have been in and around since beta. And it has gone through some histories, but generally it is a collection of people who adhere to the mantra of loot everything. And the idea that the crafting side of the game is engaging and fun. Not so much fun that we don't use add-ons to do the daily writs because, oh my gosh, eye bleeding. But yes, the joy of exploring the game and being a jack of all trades, I guess. We're a bunch of people who will do everything. Crafting, housing. There are even people who like fishing. Let's move on from there. And there are, end game trials people, and there are, and this is mainly in America. In Europe, we have this daughter guild because of way back in the Somerset. Just as Somerset was coming in, if people remember, there was a dance through hoops, go and do the pathfinding for us, and we'll give you a house.
Yes.
And so there were some people in our group that said, right, we're going to do this on both servers. And so my first European character was made specifically to do pathfinding in Somerset.
Oh my.
And was left there for years, just having achieved the thing and done, sorted. So one of the traditions of Craftoholics is to have a very functional, but hopefully pretty craft hall. And if you're in America and if you are lucky enough, because we have a very fast moving membership, there's a waiting list to get into America, but the craft hall in America is amazing. Kudos to the team who did that. This is pretty much me, and with some very nice input from the European crafties in what they want in a craft hall. The reason I said I was going to answer your question was, if you just look up these stairs, the statues are achievement furnishings from Alakir.
So they are.
The shards are achievement furnishings from one running around and grabbing all of the shards in the game, at least in the vanilla game.
Yes.
Made very possible over here by the account-wide achievements. I know there are both sides of that argument, but yes. So it provided me with, I think, quite a nice little lead into this house, which you are obligated to come up these stairs to get into the house.
Of course, everyone. It's also an interesting house, this one.
Now, Ree was talking about the tapestries. So this is what she was talking about. In the archways, I've put the Tales of Tribute tapestries as doorways.
Smooth, sleek, and of course, I mean, I have said this also about paintings. The archways and arches are really amazing to place these particular pieces. And you can, of course, angle them and maneuver them a little bit around so that they fit whatever it is that you want to tell, whatever you want to express, whatever you want it to be. And you found lovely, wonderful ways to utilize all of them. Look, everyone, look.
Now, I'm going to speed us through this a little bit. I say a Guildhall, so therefore there's a crafting area. One of the very nice solutions to a growing problem of these Grandmaster crafting benches.
Oh, yes, yes.
Very beautiful pieces of furniture, very functional in terms of loading in all the attunable stations, of which in Europe we've gotten halfway through.
Oh my,
That
wow.
is quite an ominous task.
It is. And I'm sure some of you are very familiar with how craft halls or guild halls used to look with all the crafting stations, and what an annoying task it was to set them all just right. And I know that a couple of guild masters went as far as putting letters hovering above the stations so that people would know where in the alphabet they would be and where they would have to look for specific sets that they needed to craft. So
yes.
that was quite something.
Yes, let's move out of here. I've also seen guild masters put them in order, chronological order, and in order of where you could find them in the world, depending on how their world, inside their brain works. So it just amazing to see how people will organize things. Funnily enough, one of the reasons that I took this house on was we were getting many, many, many of these Telvanni windows.
Oh, yes.
And you can see the lightscape that's happening here. I decided to make a chandelier out of them, only to see all these beautiful refractions.
Yeah, it comes off also so nicely. So everybody can see, okay, I'm getting a little bit closer to them, but they are really close together, and at the same time, really close together up there, but the elegance with which they decide to throw their light, it's really wonderful, and highlighting specific parts of the build and specific parts of the house and adding a little bit of extra color pops here is quite something.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I know Ree likes this one.
Yeah, I do. Look, everybody, look. What a lovely, wonderful couch. Oh, mushrooms, everyone. Mushrooms. What to do with them? And also, I mean, I have said this, I think, on too many streams, but I think it bears always repeating. I'm sure all of you are familiar with the couch that some designer must have forgotten to take off a shelf, a Telvanni shelf.
Right. We will come across that one quite soon.
I love this.
So one of the things that I wanted to show again, I think this is the first writing desk that I decided to cobble.
Oh, how elegant. Look, everybody.
And again, wonderful books.
Fantastic books too, yes. Lovely details here. Really fantastic details.
Doing a. Okay, so let's have a look at the outfitting station, because we wanted to talk about something. My brain is going a little numb. I may actually have to go and get some tea.
Of course. You went through here?
I went. Oh, where did you go? No, you back up.
Back up. Oh, there you are. Oh, there you are. There you are. Well, I got sidetracked up there because there's fun up there. Oh. I love that cobble here as well. And greetings to you, Cross. Welcome, welcome. I hope you have a lovely time with us. Oh, can you see this? I really love this cobble. It is very elegant, beautifully lit. Wonderful little story. Lovely frame and such a gorgeous background. Oh my. Did you say questing and looking for things?
I did. Okay, yes. So antiquities. Big things up. There are some shinies to put in your houses. Yes.
Yeah.
As you can see, I have used and abused these story stones many times over to be many different things within this piece. And I mean, right back at the beginning, I actually used them as story stones. Wow.
Yes, you did. You did in the story circle. Yeah, it's quite a nice point to make, that you don't necessarily have to throw a whole lot of gold at your designs, but utilizing achievements, like achievement furnishings and all those things. And I also come back to busts and trophies, because you don't necessarily have to use them as what they are, but you could use the shapes and colors that you see in them and transform them and build something with them.
Of course, and this fellow here is an achievement in terms of doing a public dungeon again and again and again, collecting all the pieces of him in Western Skyrim.
This is why I stopped and said you were questing a lot, doing achievements a lot. Because and we are on EU. You have come over from NA, so that's what I was referring to earlier when I was saying that you're investing a lot of time into both servers to be able to facilitate something like this. And this is a utilitarian yet elegant and wonderfully laid out Guildhall, a craft hall, of course, that, you know, it's also the writs, like getting as many writs so that you can feed as many sets into the crafting stations, the master crafting stations, that is. It's a lot of time, everyone. So your greatest investment in regards to how you finance things is time, rather than gold.
Time. Yes. Although having said that, specifically for attunable stations, I tip my hat to the people who grind out the master writs and get the vouchers to make attunable stations, and then they can sell them to me. To my mind, that is a step beyond. Yes, I mean, if I get myself 1,000 vouchers, I can get a set of attunable stations, and of course that's a way of doing it. But having the trading centers where people will charge you only an arm and a leg for a set of stations, because pixel gold, yes, we spend it like it's going out of fashion, but it's not that hard to get if you just play the game.
Right.
So, yes, there is that. Now, Ree, you were talking about the couch.
I was.
Telvanni cupboards. Here it is.
The couch, everybody. The wonderful, lovely couch. The lovely designer must have forgotten it on top of that wonderful little shelf or dresser.
Which I don't think I have seen anybody use them as.
It's very rare. It's super rare that I've seen anybody use them as what they are named. It's people look at them and do, as you said earlier, look for shapes, look for color, and what they see in them, right? And this most certainly is. It also was the first thing that I saw when I saw them the very first time. I was like, that's a couch on top of a shelf.
Yes. What were they thinking?
Yes.
Honestly, it would be lovely to be sat in the design room of these wonderful artists.
Yes.
And see what they see, or hear what they're talking about, or take the drugs they're taking. I honestly don't know. So one of the things that we found some time ago was if you mix blue lights and yellow lights in the Zos world, you get a bright white light.
This is so.
Which comes to the law of any outfitting station, you need to be able to see what you're doing. So this is why this room in particular is lit up even a little bit beyond what my eyes can take.
This is so. And you placed also light into the statue's hand here.
Ah, yes.
There you also can see a little bit the non-whiteness of the light. And yeah, mixing them, of course. This is also a nice little cobble here. The beacon of Tower Zero here and the vampiric.
Yes. Yes, the Tower Zero puts out an absolutely amazing lance of light.
It does, yeah. So powerful.
Which does literally light up a room. So to exercise that point, Ree, maybe you want to just interact with the station, and it'll show you. So we get to see the wonderful Tusky lady.
The little tusks, I swear I'm not going to bite too hard.
Yes. Only if you ask nicely. No. So hopefully, when people are using the station, they can see what's going on and how the colors might react on their outfit.
And it's a very good way you've lit it here very nicely. I know, I think in my first ever spotlight with Lily, Lily had in the attic room of their water's edge,
Right.
the outfitting station as well, and we're lighting and lighting and lighting that one, and for that very same reason, so that you can see texture, so you can see colors really well, so that you get a very good idea, because oftentimes in other settings the light is just not sufficient, and you just can't see everything really really nicely. So wonderful job, fantastic.
And okay, and we're moving on. This was fun. I enjoyed this. Little temple area.
Little temple area, everyone. So really, when I looked at this, I was like, oh, you found a very good way to marry all those wonderful furnishings to one another, and they make sense.
One would hope so. There are furnishings in here that I just don't like. It's like,
Okay.
I am not a fan of the Cragthorn altar.
Yeah, me neither. I feel you.
But it works, and specifically it works because of the lighting that it produces.
Yeah, that is so.
Yeah. And yeah, so this is meant to be a place of contemplation, a little bit of spirituality going on, but also a wonderful place to house the scrying altar, the scribing altar.
Ah, very important, scribing, everybody. So elegant tapestries here too.
Haha, yes, more card playing and making triptychs out of tapestries.
I do prefer those. And I mean, there are a number of triptychs around that you can find, I'm sure, that everybody knows. But I do prefer when you guys get creative and design something new, something that's not been there before, that might be something really, really special. Lovely color palette. And you know, you have something here that is going to make Toad really happy.
Yes. One of the lovely pieces that you can get again from digging things up.
Yeah, yeah.
In Shadowfen, I believe.
Yeah, I think so too.
And yes, they're quite endearing.
They so are. I want to boop their snoots all the time. Oh, you're so sweet.
Yeah. As Gordon walks off, it's like, if we leave, Risha will just boot the snoots forever.
Yes, yes, I will. I will. I must. You know, it's the law. When there are snoots that are boopable or a toothy smile, then I shall go boop and boop some more.
So, I mean, we've been through this house a few times, and I can never think of a way where it just flows from one place to another. So let's go up through these back channels. There we go. So
Yeah, I was
this
just
was blocked
hanging.
off, but
I was hanging on here for a moment because you installed something here that everybody should note. Can you see everybody, the scabbards here? And turning around, I was earlier saying that trophies can be really helpful. If you can,
sometimes they are helpful just for the backboards.
yes, yes, sometimes they can be really great backboards, or a cutting board if you're designing a kitchen, for instance, or a wonderful platter that you want to serve things on, or maybe you just need a bunch of um yeah, wooden planky things that could be stairs, for instance. There are many ways. Just divorce yourself from the idea that a thing is something or is called something, and find a use for your build, for your design. I do appreciate that piece above the door frame here.
Oh, right. Garrick's Rest. Yes, that is a really nice piece. Actually, swing to your no, back up. No, never mind. Never mind. There was some plant pots which were quite nice.
Yes, yes,
There
they
you
are. Look.
go.
What
They
to do
gave
with them?
us singular
Hmm,
plant pots, and I
they did.
decided there should be 3. Yeah.
There should be 3. If you are wondering, the singular ones look like that. I mean, you do see them here as well, but yeah, why not? Play around with your furnishings, see what you can make with them, and design around them. And maybe you find out that there's much more in them than you have expected, that you've seen. Here I am. Oh, more utility, everyone.
So very recently they let us have the vampiric package when they made us, some of us, think of making vampires. So I spent some of my savings on the vampire package, and so we can level up and level down the vampires. But it's not something that all people want to advertise. So back passages.
Aha, aha. Very good, very good. Singing wall here, also nicely smooched in.
One of my favorite music pieces.
Hmm.
Now this is relatively new and quite a piece to show. If you go all the way through the Zareth Var story, you are allowed to buy this well, and you can have Jacques here in your house,
Mm.
who has,
Oh,
like, his ghostly self just kind of disappeared, but he will come back.
so he shall. There he is. Look. Hop, hop, hoppity doo, hop, hop. Oh, laying down. I mean, you're very translucent, but I would boop your snoot too.
And for that, you might get a heavy set.
Oh, they're
So
so sweet.
he is quite lovely.
You're such a sweetheart.
And
Beautiful.
what Guildhall is a Guildhall without something to beat up?
Yeah, you kind of need them. Your target dummies, everyone. I'm sure all of you have had a little bit of fun with passing, or not.
Or merry hell, because DPSing is hard. Unless you're people like crazy.
I mean,
Um,
there are a couple of people who just really who have clicked with that particular part, and who just have the temerity to have stayed with it, and it's just second nature to them, and they can pull off wonderful numbers. Not that those are important, but it does help.
it helps. It helps us a lot. It's like, as much as we side eye people who play support side-eye people who play damage dealing because my pars. No, we do appreciate it because that means we don't have to do so much support.
Yes, that is so.
Tanks and healers are very good for a time, and then we run out of resources and the wheels fall off. So, you know, when damage dealers can like get things done in quick time, we have a better time of it.
Always a team effort.
Yes.
You know, the only thing that I will say, please, Dos. I mean, for healers and tanks, there's no way to train. For DDs, there is. For tanks and healers, we must be in combat in something, you know, real content.
Nice. I'm not going to judge anything.
Most certainly not going to judge, other than saying wonderful and how lovely. You know, I'm just going to point out that in a way, DDs are sort of lucky because they can practice on the dummy. Not that a dummy is particularly helpful when it comes to real content, because there's not too many bosses that will stand still a whole lot. So sure, I get that argument, but for tanks, there's no dummy that will hit you back. Like, they're not going to slap you,
No.
you know? So you kind of can't learn that and learn what to do with without being in content. And same thing for healers. Healers also are dependent on the willingness of others to let them, you know, heal.
Buffing and the healing, yes. Which I guess, I mean, before target dummies, so before these serious target dummies, that's how we knew. We'd go and do runs specifically to see the performance of, you know, a person doing whatever they were doing. So I've wandered outside.
Yeah, I heard the door. I shall follow you. Because, of course, you all know that this house has a terrace.
I mean, if you didn't, you do now. Yes. So we got to place the other vampire toy.
Oh my, the other vampire toy, everybody. Did you hear that? Oh my.
Like, some of us need to do some, you know, eating.
I know. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. It wasn't you, was it? Oh look, he's good. He's all fine.
He's fine.
Gardening a little bit here, I think. Are you gardening?
Yeah, we have to give him something to do.
Besides having
Besides
been
being eaten.
nibbled upon, I was going to say. You phrase these things so drastically. This is fantastic. So deciding, you know, how to homogeneously and elegantly design around in a house so that it feels like this is how it's supposed to be. I'm sure all of you know that there's a little bit more of terrace beyond.
This is the designers. Imagine, if you will, you know, we had twice as many slots as we have already, and it's fulfilled back there, and it's living its own life very beautifully. Yes, that's what we can say about that. Sometimes you can't use the whole of a house.
Yeah. It's not so. You know, lots of houses that are it could use be 100, 200 more slots, or even 300 more slots, because they're just.
It's a slippery slope.
This is so, yeah.
if you give us a number of slots, we'll use them all and ask for more.
Of course, of course. Guildhall, everybody. We've just seen 2 more pieces of utility, and now we are beholding another, which is Mundus's. This is also a money sink.
Yes. So, as I say, every now and again, I think this is a product of Zossa's in quotes sales. I put them in quotes because, well, if they can do them for 40 or 50% less, then basically that's the price, because it's very arbitrary as to what things cost. I get it. It's a business. They're there to make money.
Yeah.
But, as somebody who needs to watch what they spend in order to eat, it's it's a psychological imposition. So you wait for them to bring down their prices and buy things when you can.
This is so, yeah.
It's the reality.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always have to be done at once, which is probably one of the things, and one of the greatest assets a houser can have is patience. So, yeah, Munda stones.
Elegantly lit in here, and if you are tired from all the meandering and walking, you can have a seat here in this lovely, wonderful chair.
Yes. Actually, funnily enough, one of the design elements for this house was this thing, because there's this other achievement from the Infinite Archive.
Ah.
This is a stunning piece. And it's huge. You've got to have a place to put it.
It is huge indeed. Look, everyone, look. It is huge. Yes, and a lot of infinite archiving here and spending time in there. Hopefully not all by yourself, maybe with a friend.
Well, funnily enough, so the achievement for this is to be able to have done so many runs. You only need to do up to the first Thoat and then rinse and repeat. So actually, I didn't subject people to that. I just went and did it. I cannot tell you how many times I've run that first leg. Whatever the achievement tells me I had to have, that's what I got.
Yeah, I don't like to go there by myself. I usually prefer company because it takes me ages to take things down there because
if you go in just tanking it, it's going to take forever.
This is so. This is precisely so. I have tested it a couple of times.
Yeah.
This is
just
why I prefer.
You can tank your way through things doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah, sure. I hear your point. But if you tank things and you tell people, I can just tank it, you do all the pew, 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 then people are way more likely to come along and
amenable.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
And then there are giggles, when you are in there together and things maybe go a little bit awry and you have to scrape people off floors and ask them if they had a good nap there in the dirt. Or, it's...
Or you walk into a boss and it's a dragon and you think, oh, okay, fine. Yeah. I have noticed that they've done some nice things in terms of if the dragon tosses you off the pillar, it doesn't necessarily mean you die. That's a lovely sort of piece of the word that means I can't remember the word. Gosh, begins with a C.
Begins with a C.
Yes, now we're playing guess the word games. They didn't have to give that to us. Compromise. There you go. See, it only took me forever.
It's all right. It's all good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I will say that the dragons in there have not managed to boop me off, but this is because I have a little bit of experience booping dragon snoots, being very close to them, so it rarely happens that they get a chance to do that to me. But that being said, I have seen other little accidents happen there, and yeah, fun and games and giggles, and this is why I think with a friend is more fun. But of course, I know there's also a bunch of achievements that have you be there all by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
Yes, achievements.
Yeah, yeah. More spots for everyone to come sit and spin tales. Tell everyone what you've experienced, what you've seen beneath a tree here, outside. It's really wonderful. And again, here too, you decided to look at the sun, by the way. It's very dramatic.
Through the portal, yes.
Yeah. I really appreciate that you have given us something to look at, but at the same time, you've homogeneously closed off a part of the house, which of course helps you as a designer to create what you want to create here. And of course, everybody has noticed that this platform that is not here, built off. I hope everybody noticed. There is part here that's not here in the original abode. And this house also has a very odd has very odd boundaries. When you come here and you magic carpet around, you will see that. You will notice that. It's quite something. But you have maneuvered inside. I shall follow.
I figure what we'll do is go to the bit that offers us an exit into the sanctuary, which is another really good reason to have this emissaries enclave.
This is so.
And so that again, this is a house that you can get just by playing the game.
Yeah, yeah. It's so lovely and wonderful to just notice that. So I hope everybody caught the little backdrops there in the alcoves.
If they give you places to put art, you should probably put art there.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. And here we are. Wonderful tapestry you've chosen.
Ah, yes, very pointed.
Yes.
Into a room where we are planning a heist. Possibly something to do with mycology.
Possibly.
And the point of this room is that it puts you through to the you can leave the house to the sanctuary beneath the thieves sanctuary beneath Necrom.
Yeah.
Right.
It's fantastic.
I plan to take us over to America from here.
Fantastic. This would be...
I need tea.
Yes. So this is a very good moment for us to take a little break. All of you also take a break. Please get up, move around, and get a snack, make some tea, visit the facilities if you want to, of course, and give a hug to that, significant other, or maybe boop a couple of snoots, give scritches while you're at it. And we shall be right back on an A. And I'll put a little notice here for you. So everybody, we will be right back.